One summer meeting. Good to go. All righty, we'll call to order. So we'll start with the roll. So we'll just go down the list. So George Alvarez.
Here.
Rodolfo Blanco.
Here.
Eric Brandon, not present right now. Stephen Brimo.
Here.
Matthew Casimiro, I'm here. Lozano, see him right now. Jessica Medina, now. Perez,
He's out in.
he's out.
He's out in Hawaii.
Oh, nice, good for him.
He's in Hawaii.
Yeah, good for him. He's gonna pull out this number.
He's on a volcano erupt, so he's had a good time. He's on a volcano erupt, seriously.
Oh, yeah?
No.
All right, so
Yeah.
you got Romy Portondo Remar, not here. Andrew Richichi,
Present.
Magali Rubio, not here right now.
She's on her way.
She's on the way.
She's on her way.
We'll see her in a little bit. John Tingle,
Here.
Carlos Padilla,
Here.
now Daniel Gonzalez.
Very
Welcome,
quickly.
Daniel.
Oh, yeah, born in today, right?
Yeah.
Very fresh. Welcome.
Thank you.
Does anyone want to volunteer to take minutes?
Not even sleeping at night. I'm stressed out. I'll do it.
What's it there? All right, cool. You wanna introduce yourself real quick, Danny?
Sure. My name is Danny Gonzalez. I'm living here in Mango Lakes, my whole life. I'm a master from elementary, middle school. Been for a long time. And I work with my mother at her dental office. It's like it's right in front of Palmetto Hospital. And I'm taking courses to get into dental school now. I graduated my economics degree, but I'm getting into dentistry. Well, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, you practically manage, you basically run the dental office. Well,
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah.
too modest.
Fact is, my grandfather used to be, my dad is PCP.
OG Miami Lakes. Cool. So we'll move over on to the orders of business deferrals, additions, deletions. Anybody have anything extra? Anything that pops up? Nothing? No emails to bring up? All right, next up, number 4, we've got public comments. Got anybody here? I don't think so. Don't see no boys in blue today. All right, move on to the approval of the minutes. So the regular meeting minutes from the last meeting. Last meeting was a lot of the stuff we're going to cover today, honestly, again, it's just going to be mainly just kind of following up. So we'll kind of go everything over piece by piece. I'm not going to rehash it all now because it's just going to be brought up again.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can motion for the minutes, right? It can't be me or I'll never work on it.
We accept the minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So all on approval.
Who's the second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Johnson. Cool. So we'll move on to the budget then. So forgot to remove that line there, but we already organized and set the budget up. But do you have any news from that budget meeting, Jonathan?
I know, I was there, but.
I was there for a second.
Yeah.
I was there for a while, but I couldn't.
It dragged on pretty much. I don't think we didn't present, a lot of the committees presented. But I don't find it, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal just because our budget, we're not asking for $20,000 more, we're just asking for a restructure basically of our budget, so. More than anything, that's already taken care of by budget. We got the new line item, we already taken care of a while ago, so. At this point, if our budget can't get moved upstairs, then, it could just be something where we act, worst case scenario, we do it, to ask for the money to be moved anyways, but at this point, again, we're not asking for or depending on more money, so
Cool.
we're pretty much.
Overall, did everybody catch their budgets? No, most of the committees, or do you know?
I don't know, since it was a workshop, it was there were no actions taken by council, it's kind of just advising them on what they are asking for.
Yeah, one of the smaller budgets anyway.
Plastic has to be beat, but.
I think public safety, right?
But there's, yeah, public safety, but, our budget is pretty straightforward. Again, it was a restructure, it's not like, yeah.
Cool. Did the attendance records and all that help for the Eventbrite stuff or not? You don't even know?
Yeah, they wanted that for context anyways.
Okay.
And even for us, it's good to know what we're looking at, what we're
Okay.
looking for, so.
Yeah, we provided them with all like the Eventbrite info for the past, like, I think it was like 4 or 5 events, something
Yeah.
like that.
Cause they're asking for not just, how much money we want, but, it's getting very on top of it, how many people
Yeah.
you expect, turnout is the money to show for it, of course, some things don't have a turnout, if it's, marketing materials, there's no attendance, you might be able to estimate an audience, but, at that point. So we gave them information on the networking socials. What we expect for September's event, so. Yeah, again, it was pretty straightforward.
Cool. Cool.
What's
Alright.
like the next hurdle, I guess?
I have to go over the budget calendar again. I think. Don't want to speak, but. It's just like the budget process. I don't know. Yeah,
Cool.
something down.
Yeah, let me know the next thing I gotta do. Because you always tell me the day before. And I'm like, whoa.
You get a full day?
Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
We went to ribbon cutting.
Yeah, the ribbon cutting and then
The
I
ribbon.
think I found a big picture over there. so-
Exactly, that is fun.
Yeah, I'll let.
Yeah, that's why I
you know
give some some advanced notice. But we're good. All right, cool. So we're good there on the budget. We'll move over to the old business. All right. This is mostly here just to forever remind Jonathan and I that this Capimini payment is like the most annoying thing ever. No, yeah, we got them. I got a W-9, I got it signed. But now I need an invoice, right? I need an invoice without sales tax
Yes,
and not a quote,
correct,
an invoice.
yes.
Because I went through this whole process with Amazonia, but he was quick with that. Amazonia was on it. So we got it back and forth. But Rufino's still a little harder to nail down. So now I'm trying to go back to him now to get an invoice now without sales tax. And then we're good. So I need that as well. Yeah, but now I've got the list of what I need from business owners, so I can tell them, this is what I need from you. That's why it was like piece by piece, like, oh, I go back, oh no, I need more. And I tell them, oh no, but I need this, but we're good now. So so we're set, but
So now we'll.
yeah, that's mainly just there to keep reminding me. All right, after that is the BTR list follow-up. Again, just did anybody hear anybody reach out
Yes.
back to them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We have to go through that list. Thank you for sending me, my part, yeah, thank you for my part.
And I don't have a list for. I believe we followed up in April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
April,
we
now
have
I
last
don't have that list.
Yeah, right, yeah, the big list.
cool. Yeah, I think we can get it for the next
Yeah.
meeting if we could.
We have to get out
There's
there.
more people too that way.
We have to get out to with those lists, because there's a lot of people that.
No, yeah.
Thank you for coming. This you got a face, you got a body,
Yeah.
from the town or, from somebody. We have to, we have that list, that's like a dynamite list.
No, yeah.
Gotta get out there with that list. Banks, professionals. I was even thinking about maybe we should divide it up by industries. I don't know. Somebody handle professionals, somebody handle banks, somebody handle accountants. I don't know, but we need to get out there because there's a lot of people that say, oh, finally, somebody got out, somebody came out, and I did it. And I go,
Yeah,
dress up, I get my pins,
yeah.
Wow, have a directory. Then again, I also do the chamber, but it doesn't matter because they want to know. Hey, we heard about the chamber.
Yeah,
Oh, the
exactly.
chamber is also involved. We work hand in hand with the chamber or BNI or wherever it is. And we gotta get out to the
No, for
new
sure.
businesses. And
No, yeah. I mean, I'm with you there at all those ribbon cuttings. And it's.
and some people,
It's true.
we take for granted sometimes. Dr. Hurst,
You want to have the 4 ribbon cutting.
Dr. Hurst has been in town here forever, but oh, thanks that you stopped by. And, stuff like that.
I have kind of good response to.
Yes.
I have the
great
contact
response.
information to send it to, I don't know, I guess you, so they can set up the day that they want it. Is a new.
Yes, for ribbon cuttings.
Yeah.
So is a new kind of salon that is in the Royal Oaks Plaza. They've been for a little bit and they have manicure, pedicure and everything, and they were like, oh, thank you very much for supporting, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
They were very happy and excited to have her contact information to be able to do that. The other one was a Cora Health which is a therapeutic place where, you can do therapies for, hand injuries, back injuries and everything. Very cool, interesting place. And the reason why they've been here long, but they moved to a different
A different
location.
location, yes.
The only issue with them is that there was not like an owner that I can speak with or a manager. Because looks like they have like it's a big corporation. So they were not kind of very interested. But because they didn't know. And the other one was one that I think is very interesting. It was I tell you right now the name of it. Okay, so it's a medical center where they do weight loss, where they do Botox, where they do beauty type of things for women and men. They are brand new. The lady was just like, okay, how much is gonna cost me this? Oh no, this is for real. So I explained to her, I showed her the social media thing, I told her all of that. She was very interested, but she told me, I call you if I'm interested. So she was kind of, it's like, how much is gonna cost me?
That's fine.
But,
Yeah, fine.
it was good, but the interactions were good and I think people did like it.
Yeah,
They
that's
wanted it to they kind of feel part of the community and they did wanted to get involved.
Yeah, and thank you for calling, right? I assume you were calling.
No, I was going to the place.
Oh, you were going there?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
went
thanks for
and they were
that.
good. So I have the information, I'll email it to you so they can reach
Yeah.
out to her and just plan the
Oh my
thing.
God.
Mhm.
So what,
Thank you, just got the call, you were there.
so sorry.
I knew you were going, I just got the call.
How are you? See you. Good.
what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna send everybody an email on if you get a positive interaction and they want to schedule ribbon cutting.
Yes.
It's scheduled through the office of the mayor.
Okay,
So what I'll do is I'll put the contact information for that
Perfect.
and
and I'll
for
reach
the
them.
contact, even that might,
Yes.
if you can just forward my email as well, so,
Right, perfect.
I'll take care of that right now.
And even for the change, they interact, they overlap.
No, yeah, once it gets into the office of the mayor and Joseph gets involved, then we're all CC'd in there, the chamber, and then it becomes an official ribbon cutting.
And send me the information of the chamber because I want to join as well.
Oh, for sure, right, that's right.
What ribbon cuttings have we done since the last meeting?
Oh,
Then-
he's the last one.
LEM boutique right here.
Eliam was the.
LEM was. LEM boutique, Amazonia,
Yeah, Amazonia.
Helpon,
He's a little
and there was another one, there was a gym, I think. It was another place.
That one I
Sweat-
missed.
Sweat 20.
Swept
Yeah,
for
Swept
40.
40.
And
Well-
It was up in the main.
The ribbon cutting for pro spine chiropractic and all.
Fine. That went through. The dentist, United Dental.
That was one with Mayor Slayton, I think, right?
With number 20.
Oh, we
So
meant the
that's
day
when we
after.
kind of went on break.
The day after that.
That's Memorial Day. The one on
We had a little break because the man was out of town.
Thursday, the one for LEM Boutique was very nice, very well attended. It was a little hot outside, but
We met up there outside.
we
Notice a good one now.
I was being nice.
Didn't know it.
It was very nice and seeing their reaction,
Nice, yeah.
it kind of solid perspective, so. More of that. So,
Cool. All right, cool. So I guess now we know how that works. It's the BTR list, following up with that. Next up is the August Business Networking Social with La Diosa. This is again, just mostly a reminder for me. I've got my best man on this. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to talking to restaurant owners, so he's got it covered.
Thank God, Father is no.
Yeah.
that was gonna be the last of the fiscal year.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. You have to get through it off the budget. That's why I had it so later on, like later on in August. Cool, and then last up is the status of the town EDC promotional videos. I'm still talking to Gani about that. He's gonna try to give us something. He's just has a lot on his plate. He's got a lot going on. So I'm trying to get that from him. But we'll get that when we get it. So that's good on the old business. We can move on to the new. All right, cool. Alrighty, the update on the small business boot camp, the event in September. Again, this was just like kind of mentioning because you weren't here last time, Steve, so I wanted to keep you in the loop. I went with Josh Dieguez, the councilman, about, I guess it was around a month and a half, 2 months ago now, to like a cigar night, chamber connection night that they were there because he wanted me to meet with the business development head there and also the president there of like the Greater Miami Chamber.
Right.
And I discussed with them and they were really interested in also being a part of the event and having somebody there to sit down and participate. So I'm in the process of emailing them and getting them involved. So that's just to let you know there. And then I was just wondering if there was any updates from your end, or
Yeah,
Medina. or
so, since the last, very recently, we reconnected with the Dade County people.
Okay.
that Put on their, put on the last one. Actually, we have received, an invite to do like a Zoom call to kind of coordinate with their people. So
Okay.
a gentleman by the name of Mr. Michael John Green, he's a deputy director of community and economic development. Confirmed that the date that we finally came up with sometime in September
Okay,
works for him and his team,
okay.
right?
Oh,
So
So that's our
that,
date? Oh, okay. cool.
yeah, so
Thank you for
So there is an invite, and I suggested Jonathan was copied on it. And I suggested that the interested parties, either in the subcommittee or whoever you deem appropriate, should also be on that
Zoom call.
Zoom
Yeah,
call.
I agree.
However, my recommendation is before we have any, detailed discussions with outside participants,
Mhm.
I think we need to decide at a subcommittee basis exactly what we want to accomplish with all and what areas we want to touch on, right?
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
I mean,
Clear
look,
area.
I brought with me a copy of what we did the last time. And it was a 2-hour thing,
Mhm.
similar to this, 2.5 hours. But the program really got off on strike 305, which we mentioned a few meetings back. There's a website. Another department called BizUp, which is run by Mr. Green. He's a deputy director, etc. There's another topic of the small business development enterprise program. There's also technical assistance. I look at the minutes here. It looks like we have a confirmation from the FIU people that Jessica reached out to. Let's see. Bear with me. The last meeting, apparently she got a confirmation. If you look at the minutes from the last meeting, you got a confirmation. So I guess the bottom line is this. From the Miami-Dade County people, they're on board. We just need to really be very specific and tighten up with them. The date we chose seems to works for me, works, I guess, for everybody. The FIU small business development area, they're on board. You mentioned the Greater Miami Chamber.
Yep.
And so I think we really need to really tighten up
Yeah, now we need to give them a clear, like,
what venue, what we want to cover.
yeah,
A 2-hour timeline. Is that date a Saturday, by the way? Did we look at that?
Friday.
It was a Friday? 22nd or 23rd? It was the 23rd, right? So,
September?
yeah. 22nd. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Friday.
I guess we gotta tighten it up and see, within a 2.5 hour.
yeah. Yeah, we need to come up with a clear, like, agenda.
Clear agenda, a moderator, let them hit their presentations in their respective areas, what resources,
Yeah.
what resources are available to the small business community. And I would expect after that, they mentioned there's gonna be food or whatever available. Maybe some networking, maybe some one-on-ones,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That-
yeah, I think Romy mentioned it before, and I'm not sure if it was actually gonna happen, but she was wondering about having each other maybe host the
Right.
networking event right after.
And,
Yeah.
and
filter
the other
people in.
thing is really what, I think most importantly, what is our target? audience?
Mhm.
Is it, you know, I mean, is it the businesses in Miami Lakes? I would assume so. Small businesses.
Yeah,
Do they have access? What Dade County programs that could help them? Either technical assistance or grant monies or whatever.
yeah,
And then how are you gonna market it? Market it through a newsletter, you're gonna market it through the Miami Lakes Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Miami Chamber. My intuition tells me if it's marketed properly, you may have a pretty
Sizable
nice
amount.
crowd here. And then now, how do you manage that crowd?
yeah,
You follow? These are the kind of things.
yeah,
that
the
flesh out.
logistics of it all.
That's it,
Yeah.
so.
I think we
That's
just
my
really need
feedback.
to do that subcommittee meeting. I think that's
Yeah.
a must.
Yes.
I
Was it
remember
right?
a few years back,
Mhm.
we had one of those seminars and we wrote SCORE. And that was fantastic. Because all that wealth of knowledge of all those who retire as executives that are willing to help and teach people what they should do, that worked out well, so that could be also something else that.
Yeah, I think that piece of it. If I'm not mistaken, is folded into the FIU Small Business Development. They have a whole umbrella group, so
Okay.
you can come in as somebody brand new in business. And you can get mentored how to do a business plan. And then if you're a year in business, how to have your cash flow, your tax scenario, how to prepare a loan application, that type of scenario,
Mhm.
right? But again, keep in mind that, just throwing it out for thought, if you get 2, 3, 4 different departments
Mm.
within Miami, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody wants to join it. It's a great event.
Mhm.
How do you manage it?
Yeah,
And what timeline are you gonna have enough quality presentation, question and answer from 4 or 5 different departments within a 2.5 hour or a 2-hour
yeah.
window, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And how exactly it's gonna be structured and
Exactly,
then like
because-
QA, if there's an open
you
forum.
really
how
gotta
it
get
works.
into, you gotta get to a point where you're actually controlling the agenda. It can't be come and then do your thing, and we'll just be very passive. You know, this guy from this department, this person from FIU, that's a topic, this is a topic, da. 15-minute presentation each, maybe questions from the audience, wrap it up, and then network after that.
Yep.
My thought.
No, I agree, And that's why I think we just need to do
That's
Let's
a
get to-
subcommittee
yeah,
meeting. That way we can
let's do
actually
that.
just hash it out and sit down and dedicate a whole like hour and a half to just that, you know. and
So I'm willing
figuring out the whole
to
agenda.
chair that or get involved with that.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, I think we already have it all.
We already have it, right?
But I just don't, what are the next steps to do the dates? It's something in the minutes that we were gonna figure it out with you, because I think we have to go through you, right, or something, you know?
Yeah, it's just a little scheduling thing. It kind of, do we wanna?
Can you like tell us dates already, like send them already?
Yeah, I
It was okay. Repeat again,
It's on page 6 of the minute.
of the package.
Yeah, we just never actually scheduled a date. Yeah, we just pick a date.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. We've got one or two missing.
So it's there.
That's why there's so many people there.
Okay, so it's a set a date. Remember, we're getting into July, August vacations. I mean,
We should do it as soon as possible.
this stuff has
Yeah, I
to
think so
happen and could contact or connect the dots with the different departments,
Yeah,
outside people to say, listen, this is what we're looking for.
no, I agree,
And then maybe have a preliminary Zoom call. If that's
With everybody,
possible
yeah.
here, I don't know if that's possible here or where.
Should be.
And just make sure, in other words, prep it,
No, yeah, make it efficient, a real thing.
nice,
Yeah.
professional type situation, instead of a confused, you know.
No, right now it's a mess, because we're just kind of making it a reality, but
Right.
the past couple months have just been a little
Yeah, I
bit
know.
lax,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
sure.
that it's kind of getting closer. I agree with you, we kind of have to put what is it, the pedal to the metal. Yeah, it's like kind of, we have to go a
As
little
long
bit
as
harder.
everybody knows what the expectations are.
Yeah.
I would think.
Right,
right?
the idea is for this to be a big event similar to the Chamber Expo, and there's a lot of work that goes into the Chamber Expo.
Yeah.
And a lot of thought that goes behind that, and
And-
effort,
and- and
so
I think
this is gonna be
if-
the same level.
If memory serves me right, it's gonna be done in the chambers here, right?
Yes, that's the plan right now.
Yeah. Okay, which is.
I think that works, yeah, I
Works
think
beautifully.
that works.
Works beautifully. You have enough space for presentations, you have audio visual,
Yep,
you've got this, the acoustics.
Yep.
And you got the seating.
yeah, that's why I think it works for
Yeah.
now, it'll do the job for us, and maybe in the future we can, decide what we wanna do. But for now, for this like inaugural one, I
I'm
think
telling
it
you,
works totally fine.
when the press picks it up, because they will pick it up. Maybe other departments will be self-promoting it just,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna get a lot of people coming in, and maybe not just from Miami Lakes either.
yeah.
So, you know,
No, that's why, because for now, the town hall is pretty small.
Right.
When you think about it, so we'll see. For now, though, we'll start there and see where it goes. If it's
Our
if it's
stuff-
all piling out,
yeah, our
I'll consider that a good thing. If
The
anything.
what we did with a limited agenda, we had about 50 people.
Yeah,
And
that would be,
98% women business owners,
okay, cool.
minority women business
Awesome.
owners, and it was a nice event,
Yeah,
so.
no, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Sorry, were you gonna say, Carlos?
Not just to put the day for the meeting, so we can.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you send an email to the committee members, like right now, like, here
Yeah,
are
I'm
5
gonna
dates, or something like
Some
that?
random dates. I'm gonna look for Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's what those are usually free.
Yeah, just, I mean, look, we're in what, we're the end of June?
That's why I'm thinking the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm off the July 4th weekend, I'm gonna be on.
Okay,
the
next
Me too.
Yeah, maybe like within the next 2 weeks, a date.
Oh.
Next week. will
And
be
you're gonna
off.
send it to the
Yes.
subcommittee members already on file,
And we can
Yeah,
connect
file, right?
online
Yeah.
as well, right?
What was that?
You can. We don't really count attendance for
So
virtual at least.
Virtual now.
Yeah, no.
But it have to be like in the sunshine, right? So it has to be published. So as long
Yeah,
as
so
it's.
video thing,
Is it again?
you gotta be like videotape.
Yeah,
everything.
we would video everything for ours. I don't know, I can clarify again with the clerk, I know, because it's, the council members, they can zoom in and.
Yeah, maybe if
But
it's
they have a
subcommittee.
completely, they kind of do whatever they want.
No, yeah,
And then they-
So maybe if we're not voting on anything, subcommittee meeting.
First thing needs to be noticed, properly noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do subcommittee meetings get recorded and all that too?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
yeah, if this didn't have quorum, this would have functionally been a subcommittee meeting.
Let me know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, I want to pick a date ASAP. That's why I was already there on the last month, but we just kind of let things pass because there's time, but that's quickly gonna be, there's no time, so that's why. And we're already kind of, what is it, 3 or 4 months out? So we kind of gotta tighten the ship and get it done. And that's why I wanted to send an email to those people from the Greater Miami Chamber, but I don't really have any substance to email them. So now with this, we'll be able to actually tell them this date, you can discuss this, you have this amount of time, let's talk,
And
So I
and just
100% think
out of
so.
curiosity, from the Greater Miami Chamber, did they give you any indication of what?
what they want to speak about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have like subject matter experts that could contribute to this?
Yeah, when I spoke to him, he kind of, when I met them there at the event that night, you already had it was the business development person. You already had a thing that they're doing, a program that they had in mind. Where they're connecting with small businesses and helping them like expand and like, find the right people for them. And in order to do that, they are partnering up with already a lot of other organizations. And they're interested in maybe partnering up with towns and all that. And then when they saw me approach them, I was like the first ever like town, I guess you could say, that approached them. So they were coming at me from that perspective, and I came at them from my perspective, which was, oh, I wanted this. So they kind of said, oh, of course, we'd be willing to be a part of that, but I'm assuming it's more gonna be from that perspective. Like when I told them, fits with what we want to do anyways. If you want to get people to, work with your program that invests in small businesses and do all that.
I guess my
Sure.
question is and I hate if it sounds bad, I apologize, but it's within the context that this is a town of Miami Lakes event.
Yeah,
It's an EDC put together. You follow me, right? So it's not like a Greater Miami Chamber event happening in the town of Miami-Dade. So,
Yeah.
just want to keep that.
No, yeah, I told him it would just, what I told him was that it would be a
Right.
panel style event. If you could have somebody that could sit on the panel and just talk about the
Right.
benefits and what is it that you guys offer. That's kind of what I said.
Right.
But once we have a real structure, it'll be a lot more obvious to say, this is your subject matter. But
Exactly.
if you have an open slot that you want to mention anything, you have this amount of time, like this is where you can mention that, you know?
Perfect.
And that's what we can do. But I told them what I said, like I said, it would just be, I just described it as a panel. And they'd have somebody up there to kind of discuss how the Greater Miami Chamber can help your small business. And that's it. But that's about it. Yeah, the ones. Yeah, there's
some I figured let me just put out there.
No, yeah. If there's any confusion.
No.
When it came to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a Zoom call with them too after, like I met him there. Then I had a Zoom call with him and his assistant
You know,
after.
I envision a moderator interactive with each.
Yeah,
with each
that's kind
presenter.
of the goal, and that's what I told him, that the idea of it is to be interactive and that. It kind of like hones down on like the small town community vibe that we have here, you know, you can ask people questions directly, they'll answer you directly and. You know what I mean, kind of have, you know, kind of a back and forth, and we have a moderator to help with that, I think that would be good.
Or the Greater Miami Chamber can assist, and it's a different subject matter would be with the export of goods. 'Cause a lot of times you need a certificate of origin, and they do that. And most chambers don't,
Okay.
so maybe they could help, tackle maybe that topic. Where they're good at it, they know what they're doing, they have resources for it, and no other. There's a lot of people that export and stuff. And, we're not gonna compete with anybody else's topic, in my opinion.
Cool.
They can do other things too, but maybe more on the, international export.
Yeah.
Enterprise store,
Yeah.
enterprise store and then that is. We do that as a.
All right,
Added
then.
incentive.
Cool, yeah, this is why we need to have the subcommittee meeting, so we can go, we can go person by person. And kind of deliberate what it is they can talk about.
Nail on the
It's just a
agenda.
schedule, that's all it is, to really plan this event,
Subject matter
Yeah.
per presenter.
exactly, yeah. Which is good, I'm glad that we're at this stage, the event is now a reality, we've got people signed up, now we gotta give them.
Jelly.
Here's the event, yeah, exactly, and then now we can kind of, you know, finally come out and work together and put it all together. Sweet. So Jonathan.
Yeah.
When can we get the dates? Do you have them already? Did you send them already? Do we have the dates in our email inboxes?
Yeah,
They did?
Back and forth this count, make sure,
I gotcha.
just to like the spaces.
Cool. Yeah, if you can send a few dates, and as long as we at least get a few people signed up. That's it, you know, just so we can at least start going through. I think the key people are definitely Steve, if we can get Medina signed up. And then I'm always available. I don't have a life. We can kind of do whatever. Well, I do ribbon cuttings and then go to sleep. That's my life. Work, ribbon cuttings and then go to sleep.
I'm sending.
A networking event. Alrighty, cool. All right, so we know what we gotta do there. We're gonna set up a date. John's gonna set up the date for us.
I just sent a date. I sent.
Just wanna let it. Let
I
it
sent
simmer.
5 days over in the next 2 weeks,
Okay, cool.
just so we can. see
Perfect.
How quickly we can get this.
Alright, cool. Alright, sweet. Next up, we'll move on to the anniversary for longstanding business spotlights. I just kind of put this here because I was hoping that Eric would maybe be here. To talk about that. But this is again to rehash them again. I don't think you were here last time. Carlos, were you or no?
No.
No, okay, cool. So this works for you too. I remember you were mentioning of maybe doing something for the businesses that were already here.
Yeah.
You were maybe thinking about something monetary and all that, but we kind of discussed that it wasn't really like something we could easily do, I guess, you know, without showing favoritism or anything like that. So one of the people for the special needs advisory board at the last, we had like a committee chair kind of roundup where everybody was there kind of talking and discussing amongst each other. She came up to me with an idea because she had people mentioning to her about the ribbon cuttings that they were having, and we got people talk to us too, that they're like, oh, we see the ribbon cuttings and, you know, we've been open for 5 years though, and we wish we could do something. So, yeah, you know, or more. So now what she approached me with was maybe doing something for longstanding businesses, like a spotlight or an anniversary, kind of like what we did recently for Snows, exactly. Like they had a whole big event
Yeah.
and the chamber was there and we took some pictures and we said, hey, congratulations to Snows Juniors. It was more their event and we just kind of highlighted it. But we were thinking maybe it could be something cool. And then it was brought to my attention that Eric Brandon, one of the other members here, previously in the past would interview people, and kind of interview people that have been in the town and businesses. So I thought maybe we can kind of incorporate that there with him and, you know, maybe
Like for
use it
5
on.
years, 10 years anniversary type of. thing.
Exactly, yeah, that kind of thing, you know, and then we can kind of highlight them, feature them a little bit. Maybe post them on the social media, because I know Jonathan's been trying to make it more people focused, so that might be, you know, fit a little bit more with his outlook, his vision. I hope I'm not messing with his style. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the idea, you know, whatever, but if Eric's not on board, I think it's still something that we should do. I think it's a good idea.
I think so. too.
So if that's anything anybody is interested in doing, being an interviewer for that, let me know, because if not, I'll maybe do it. But if not, we'll see if anybody here wants to try to, you know, be a little interviewer person, maybe that could be something cool. You probably won't be featured at all, really. We mostly get the business person talking on social media, but
Yeah.
be a cool little thing to do.
I think we're, I recall the last podcast that had Fred
Yep.
and Snow is there, so do we want to double up on that? EDC or because we're
Yeah, because
doing the same thing.
it's a kind of the same thing, but the difference with this is that this is gonna be just kind of like a snippet, mostly for social media. The idea was really just to kind of get Eric involved and get him, you know, more involved in with like, you know, with what he used to do. Cause I thought he was interested in what he liked doing. But if not, you know, I figured maybe Carlos, you know, since it was an idea that he had related to this, it was something that we could still maybe do, just so it's featured more on the town, in the town social media, because the podcast, it's not even technically the Chamber's podcast. It's we just call it Miami Lakes Business Podcast, and it's sponsored by the Chamber and AC Graphics Digital. You know, that's kind of like how we manage it, just to avoid any kind of complications or being like, you know, representation issues. We want to avoid all that. But this would kind of be a situation where we could feature it on the town's Instagram, or the town could actually have it be, you know, under the town. That's the idea of this. It gives more of a push than just the podcast. That's the idea. And also that way it can be more bulk, you know, because the podcast it's not just business anniversaries, you know, it's new businesses. Sometimes it's not even Miami Lakes businesses. Like it's not aired yet, but you know, spoiler alert, we've got the Tank coming out, like the Tank Brewery, and that's over like in the Doral area, you know. So it's not always a Miami Lakes related thing. That's why I thought this could maybe fit a little bit better into that, where it's, you know, just really quick, like, you know, we've been here 10 years, it's been awesome, whatever, like a little, you know, 30-second, 1 minute thing.
You know,
And that's it,
what are the
yeah.
Things that you recommend for the other people that.
Something really short, you know, Jonathan can maybe give us some good questions to ask if you wanted to fit within your, you know, your marketing that you're trying to do for the town. We can make it fit in there, and then, you know, it works perfect.
We've been sort of trying to, a lot of our focus when we were sort of I guess not rebranding, but when we did this, I guess, transformation of our social medias. We have a Shop Miami Lakes page, which is the business.
Any content for that too.
That would be like the perfect place to have it. In terms of interviewing, I don't know that. I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't know how you know, crazy we want to get, but it could be something as simple.
No, you know, I'm thinking of phone with a little like mini mic, like they do like on the TikToks or whatever. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of like a simple little thing like that. Like you show up with your phone, you're like, hey, what do you think about Miami Lakes? How do you feel about it? Blah, blah. Oh, I love it here. The people are so awesome. Like I'm thinking Vic from Underground, you know, like whenever we talk about Miami Lakes with him and how he likes being here, he talks about the love that he gets. He's like, oh, I just love the love, the people here. I've got regulars coming back. It's the best thing ever. I didn't have this before.
Is that
You know what I mean?
separate
Stuff like
from-
that. A little
Is that
snippet.
separate from like this anniversary thing, like the business spotlight?
No, yeah, I'm just using him as like an example. I'm just saying like it would be anniversaries. That's what I'm thinking of. Just to like, just because it's a long-standing business, we don't have to worry about having something on our Instagram that is gone in, you know, in a
That'll
little
be
bit.
set up for next year or be this year.
What, that?
This would be.
Anniversary.
Oh, this would be, we could probably set this up after that whole event is over, like once we have that kind of solidified. That's why this is just kind of to put on the radar. Again, the idea of this mostly was for Eric, was to kind of get him involved, you know, in the whole situation, because I figured he wanted to be involved in doing that, because he was doing it in the past. So it was mostly just kind of for that, but if not, like, again, I just wanted to mention it now that Carlos is here, because I wanted you to hear this.
I'm interested.
and that's it. Yeah, and it could be something like a nice little thing. And again, this isn't not like a big major thing, something we have to dedicate a lot of time to, or subcommittee, nothing like that. I'm thinking of it, again, I'm more of a marketing kind of head, so like for me, this isn't a big deal, where it's like you show up and do a little thing. You know what I mean? You have a little list of questions, and it like, I'm calling it an interview, but that blows it up. It's not really that. It's-
You're talking about like a candid.
Yeah, like a little pop candid thing.
It's perfect for what Instagram is right now.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's a very social media,
We're gonna cut you out to work.
Yeah, no, but not even. There's nobody there. You're not inviting people, nothing like that. So you literally walk in the door, hey, you didn't tell me before of anything. We would just be nice, like, hey, we might come in to say, blah, 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 just to come in and ask you 2 or 3 quick questions. That's literally all it is. Just 2 or 3 quick questions with a little phone or whatever your idea is. And then that's it. And I think we do something like that, and it could be a nice little thing for established businesses. That way, it's something that's like, a Miami Lake staple, something that's been here for a while, you've been here 5 years, 10 years. Temperature is a perfect example, you know what I mean? Something like that, that's just like, oh my goodness, like they've been here forever, and sometimes people don't know about it,
Yeah,
Or
it's
it's
important.
something that just deserves a highlight, that's just been
I've
here
been
for
in
a
a
long
live
time.
event like that. And we've done, just show up, like a quick interview, and then they can see it.
Not even,
No.
not even,
no.
not even, that's why you're still thinking too much, that's why I'm thinking as little resistance for the business owner as possible, like we literally just walk in. Quick little video, and we're out. That's it. Yeah, that's all it's for. It's for a snippet. That's all it's for. We don't want more than 60 seconds. That's too much. We're going over a minute, bored. People are swiping. That's why. So we're keeping it short. And that's all it is. Just to do a little highlight for social media. This is very Gen Z. This whole thing,
I know.
it's very Gen Z. Is the way to put it.
If we're looking.
It's very
for after-
TikToky, but it's just a little idea, just because I figured it kind of fits into what we wanted to do. It is pretty
I
TikTok.
know exactly the.
Yeah,
part.
it doesn't have to be as silly as that, like, oh my god, like, I'm not talking about The Office, I'm saying like, it can still be formal,
So we have.
but it's quick. And nobody there, it's just
Yeah.
one-to-one, you're just looking at the business owner. You're not coming out, we're not there, we don't matter, it's just the business owner and their business.
In the next
That's it.
fiscal year, we're asking for a little money to get some camera equipment, and I know it can, and the format won't be so serious.
No, you can still use that stuff.
But we're trying to up the quality a lot on our visual stuff, and we can use our phones to do this, but
Yeah,
to capture a nice quality candid, and we'll have our microphones, we'll have.
yeah, you can make it as
The miniature
as possible.
microphone, it'll, I know where.
You know what
you're
I'm talking
I know
about.
where you're.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, they don't remember, but you guys remember Candy Camera?
Sure.
So that's what I was thinking about. People don't. We don't do that. We don't, yeah, this is that time. I'm like, we wouldn't even be in, I don't want it to be like, it's just like, there's a mighty next person. I don't want it. Yeah, it's just like that. You just have to know. Because I don't want it to be like how my dad is like, oh, we're good guy, like, I don't want that. It's just somebody talking.
You're the. good talk.
It's nothing, it's just the business owner, it's them. They're the highlight, they're the focus. That's it.
Okay, that'd be a good.
That'll be cool. All right, so that's just it.
I can participate and help and you guys want.
Cool. But yeah, that's it for that. And we can table that now for the future. I just wanted to put it on the radar. But yeah, the main focus of the committee going forward now, I think for sure is gonna be the event, just so we can make sure it's what it needs to be. 'Cause that's gonna be where there's actual eyes on it. We gotta make sure we show out, we show up. So, but again, like I said, just wanted to mention that since we got everybody here. All right, so up next is the EDC pull-up display and committee member pins. Did you get any information on this, Jonathan? Just wanted to follow up on this. Not on mine.
The only-
Oh, wow.
So there's not much that was, when I took on this liaison role, there's no like handbook.
Yeah,
So I've just been kind of going through invoices to see roughly what we're working with. So for the pull-up displays, I have 3 banner stands, which is what I'm assuming this pull-up display is. Priced at $185 each. From this company called Sign One in Opalaka. I went to their website, I couldn't find prices, I couldn't find examples of banner stands, so. What that price really means to us is not much, but if we're talking about trying to gauge, what we're looking at then.
We don't have
We
anybody
find,
in
we
Miami
find
Lakes.
the banner on
I still
the-
can't, I've looked everywhere.
We don't have anybody in Miami Lakes that can produce a sign for us or a banner pop-up.
yeah. I mean, that's why we got a
Probably
few.
no.
That's why we got a few. That's why I can come back with some more prices on the next meeting too.
Yeah, and then for,
I just didn't want to show up now. Like, here you go, here's us.
I think. that We're fine with that, right?
Yeah, that's why. So I'll bring that stuff and that's why I just wanted to show that we had other invoices here and quotes to look at.
I have,
We still have that huge display that we need.
The missing one? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the pull-up display.
No,
No,
that's
it was our trade show.
Yeah,
It's
those
like
are-
the one, the huge one that we put on trade shows and,
Oh, I'm
That
not
we took to
It was
Orlando.
like a 5,000 plus dollar
Really?
thing that we did.
That was a good display.
I didn't even know about
It
that.
would kind of pop open and then, it had like a canvas.
Is that when Charisma was here?
The net to put together. It's.
What,
So we took it to Orlando, on the shopping center convention.
Much more intense than like a stuff.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah, but it's old. I mean, the pictures, everything.
Probably dated.
Yeah, they do something
That's well before
here.
COVID.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We
Yeah.
do another pull-up display, maybe like the table.
That's what I have
already. I think. We have a table cover right now, already, don't
We have
we?
2 table covers.
Yeah, so we're good. I think with that and a pull-up display next to it, we're,
Right.
we're
And it-
okay. We
to
don't need a
me-
banner.
Alright, to me, 3 banner stands.
That's too much either. I think we just need like one.
At 185 each, to me, that doesn't sound ridiculous. Okay, it's not my money, it's community money, it's taxpayer money, so up to us to gauge whether or not that's worth it. I also have the name badges that we got from Millennium Awards back in September of 21. 15 tags at $15 each, so. I don't know if there's a wholesale, number that
The amount is too small for.
Yeah.
wholesale
Yeah.
pricing.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I'll get other quotes to see if, we can get anything less than that or comparable, and then
Okay.
we'll make a decision.
And
next
if
time.
anything, I can reach out to Millennium because we do use them a lot. For different, trophies or,
Yeah,
what have you.
Does all the other committees, do the things as well or not?
No, their thing is usually the polos. I know I've asked if we wanted to do polos and it was sort of. The pins.
we just kind of professional. We always wear jackets or we're wearing
Yeah,
button down at the networking
I was
events or.
just saying, because you guys talk with all, when you guys have the board and all of them want the pins.
Oh, yeah, just
Will
do
be-
a bulk order that way.
Exactly,
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
and that way it's, say,
But I think a lot of this. Was centered around the idea of maybe changing the logo for the EDC.
okay.
Does anybody remember?
You mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's something that would have to be a big thing.
I don't know, that's a-
It does take. The last time it took a very.
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah, it changed. I probably remember
That's a
that.
big thing. You know, it was like, oh,
There are a lot of
it's work.
logos on
It's always.
Well,
So let me imagine when there's,
Wow.
instead of one person, a business owner, it's a full table of committee members, and then you gotta cross check with the town to make sure it's on brand and that it makes sense with the town and all that.
I can look to,
I'm willing though, it'd be cool,
if we have
but
14,
maybe
well.
after.
I can look for. I can reach out to them again to see what the numbers would look like today. This was 2021.
Okay, cool.
I would hope inflation wouldn't drive that number up too much,
But definitely,
You never know.
Definitely.
but I can reach out to them.
Cool, and I'll try to get some stuff, like I said, on my end as well, some
Yeah.
prices on both of those on our end, and then.
Have you
On
tried
the
to
next
get
meeting, we
some
can
training?
solidify that and get us all fresh.
I
pins
mean,
and
like,
the big, yeah, new ones, yeah. A lot of us are missing one. Now that we're full, I think, now that we're filled up technically, we can get us all pins. Alright, cool. So I'll follow up with that.
What happened
Get the quotes.
with the banners that we had, those displays, those,
That's what you're saying.
I can't find them. How about the cows? How about
It wasn't
About
such
the
a big to
the-
look.
about the cows?
How's we probably running out, right? I think people love those guys. I know Joseph ordered a box of cow.
Grand cow, yeah.
No, I mean, when you see cows, 'cause we like bought thousands of
We
them.
did.
Like,
I remember that we did. I remember that. we did.
More
I know
than
Joseph got a box of. Like ordered a box of cows for an event. So remember, they're like different. I was like, these are like off-brand cows. But I saw it. Almost a different line units, but off-brand. I was like, they're slightly different. What he got them.
They give him a gift.
I know for that.
I don't know the business there.
So he doesn't know where they are either. Those
No, I know where they are. I know where those are. I love those. Kids love them.
John,
yeah,
yeah,
I'll
room full of cows. It's my father, surrounded by cows. It's your safe spot. Surrounded by cows. Alright, cool. So we're good there. I'll try to get some extra quotes for us and then we'll make a final decision next meeting. Next up is the July business newsletter. You kind of requested that I included this year on the,
Yeah,
is
just,
there any kind of update from there? Is that on here, the info on it or not?
it's just me letting you guys know that we're at
We're sending it
newsletter
out.
time. No, not,
When's it,
we're not saying,
saying, what do we need?
so that one's gonna go out in July. We like to have them,
That's like pretty soon.
we'd like to have them, the articles submitted.
I think it's by the Friday after 4th of July.
Yeah, I have
It's the
to, I
7th.
before like the
The
7th
7th.
before our meeting.
Can you do the,
The 7th,
I can.
our meeting is the 17th, our meeting is
I'll send
July
you guys a calendar invite, just the.
like the due date? That was helpful.
I'll send,
7th.
I'll send everybody their topics again. To
It's the
refresh.
Friday after it's the Friday after the 4th of July.
And in this one, I'll include sort of a save the date for the.
Last time. Yeah, chase him down. We got it.
No, you guys are good.
We got it.
I can put a save the date in the newsletter for the boot camp. And
Yes.
then make a specific boot camp, email blast leading up to the event, but that's all marketing timelines and stuff, so it'll all be taken care of, so. That was just my reminder. I'll send you guys the topics again.
Yeah.
Any new topics? I know we've kind of been running the same topics, any?
New department.
Yeah.
There's a new committee in there. Isn't there a new committee, mental health, mental health task force? Maybe that's. We're part of that. I thought so, I thought there was.
What were the topics before?
Yeah, I don't think you were here last time, right? When we divvied that up. Yeah, that's why now Danny's here, needs to, maybe there's some
Oh,
new,
that's right.
Things we can-
Who knew
wires. Yeah. So I guess while he's looking that up, I'll explain. I mean, have you seen the newsletter that gets sent
No.
out? So
And
go ahead, what's up?
And I was gonna ask you, remember last time you were going to send us that website that it has all the information with
Oh,
the population and everything target, so to give it to the businesses that we visit. I think that's good if you can send.
I think
yeah,
I
you
did
put it
all,
like at the last, it's like the last line of the script.
Okay.
You like stuck it down there.
yeah, I
right?
think I put like the script in there, the,
I saw the script.
so
and
it
everything,
might have
so
been
no,
lost, but just in case.
I check it out.
Yeah,
I usually like to send that with the BTR assignments, but
Perfect,
if anything, I'll just go back.
thank you.
I'm still gonna look at these topics.
Maybe when you send the topics, you can, if you have the information to share, like what are the top clicks or like just for personal.
Yeah.
Cause that way maybe. If we don't have that article, like that's one that we know people are interested in, kind of, topic wise.
Okay.
cool. Yeah, structure around that too. If you have more topics that around that area.
Yeah,
I would do that for you guys.
So what are the topics? Did you find them?
Maybe the quiz, real estate, just market.
social media.
Cybersecurity, there's a grant section which doesn't change much,
Yeah.
there's a business. Executive spotlight, coupon.
So to describe the newsletter, you're basically writing an article that's basically like a tips segment,
Yeah.
sort of what it is,
Yeah.
right? Like a tips sort of
Yeah.
article. You hear me, Danny? Do you hear me, Carlos, what it is, sort of? So that's kind of what it is, so. Like, I know, like, what I would do is about the chamber, so it's like, what's happening with the chamber, the new stuff that's been going on in the past few months. What you can kind of check out, what's coming up in terms of like big guest speakers or a big event the chamber's doing. And then we say like, come visit us online or check us out here. You know what I mean? It's like something like that.
Okay,
So I think Eric does the one on social media, right? On like social media, I think Steve does one on like cybersecurity tips and all that.
Real estate.
There's financial tips, employment and workforce news,
Yeah,
town of Miami Lakes news, business social media marketing, BNI,
Curious if the,
business executive spotlight.
Oh, yes.
Grants.
what's up, Danny?
I haven't seen the newsletter before, or the tips, or could the tips be tailored to say, if it's financial or anything, or employment wise of tailored to specifically Miami Lakes, such as all doing business in Miami Lakes, or specific resources for Miami Lakes. Like that would be interesting.
I would send him the list because obviously he's new here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
What he's
think
talking about basically is in that list, and how he broke it out
Okay.
between businesses, just in general things and more specific things.
Mhm.
So I would send him that list.
Yeah,
I think.
and if we can, a recent newsletter too, maybe, or get them in the loop of that.
Just,
Yeah.
Drop Matthew line.
Okay.
I have this.
That'd be good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys I guess a refresher of all the topics, 'cause I did find it eventually.
Sweet, thank you.
But yeah, again, if you guys have any, new topics.
I think you should send that letter I sent to you guys, to Daniel also,
Okay, yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Oh, yeah,
just to confirm, we are offering a free lunch at the chamber. You weren't here last time, well, you didn't speak up.
We are.
Yes, we are. This is, but somebody who actually calls us back and would like to go, because the whole idea is to get somebody into the chamber.
Yep.
So they might become a member, so. If we have to pay for it, it would come out of our budget. It was always a free deal. for the
Yep.
chamber to
no, I remember,
offer.
yeah, you mentioned that, man. It is a nice idea. I like the idea of that.
We had people go. I think not that many, but some people did go.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, can you check on that Stephanie Cruz, that letter I sent? To see if she became a member? I think she did. Stephanie. Cruz.
remember of the chamber?
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's part of the BNI, or she was part of the
Yeah,
BNI. Yeah, she's already really involved in my relations.
Work.
Yeah,
Okay, I just sent,
That's awesome.
I sent the attendance or the topics out there, so.
cool.
I know Chella is willing to contribute to any of the events, so just let us know and with that now. Okay.
Awesome. Oh. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, then if you guys have any ideas for new topics, I guess send them to either Jonathan or I guess. Can I? Yeah, just Jonathan. Okay. Just Jonathan. So if you have any ideas, so if you really look it up, Carlos, and you're like, I would like to write something about, new restaurants or new whatever sort of thing.
Okay.
Let Jonathan know.
I'm going to write.
No, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Here we go.
If you come across a
Topic.
really great article too, that is,
Yeah.
would be, and we've done that before, where you put a little
I just
insert and
think-
then
no,
click
that's
on the
good. I
link
know that.
and.
I gave it a little cover. I say,
Yeah.
I don't know.
the title of the article.
So sometimes it doesn't have to be,
It doesn't matter. How to be.
yeah,
I'll keep that in mind. All right, cool. And then we'll move on to the last point here. All right, this is something that Manny said threw onto Tico that then was thrown onto me. But I don't really know exactly what it is. But it's, yeah, something that reached out for a website that they are managing if we'd be interested in it, and they figured that we would fit into this more. Let me check out the email that I have here.
I think I tried to take that.
I went online, I think it's an app,
I did.
is what I kind of, or some kind of thing. Then I kind of Googled other kind of comparables and to see if there was like reviews or if there's a way to
Oh, yeah,
find
some
other
VTR
municipalities,
listings.
yeah. And, I would be curious to find out from the building department, they go to like, and they find out. Know anyone who uses anything, I know Miami Lakes is very unique with regards to our building department because half of it's like done in here and then the other half is Miami-Dade County, so it's not like. Maybe some municipalities that have control over everything, and so I always wonder about how some of these third-party apps work. With regard to coordinating
Yeah,
that app,
hard
because,
work out.
you have fire and Durham and, all of that, which isn't. Housed out of here. I remember when I think we were the first municipality that went online as far as permit reviews, and that was a really big deal.
Mhm.
I don't know, and, because that was like, you didn't have to go down to the county to submit your, fire and everything was being sent directly from here, and I knew that was a big deal. Yeah. But I would be curious to find out, from the building department, if they've had
Yeah,
experience
it's
or.
more like for permit application as a
Yeah.
management system.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
basically what it is.
and that's it. It seems like the building department would be the right avenue. to
So
go.
try people to connect.
If
to
it
that.
fits, yeah, if it fits also needs and functionality, I don't think any. Not
I think the idea is to
maybe.
streamline.
Around the table are for permit experts
The
and everything, but
idea is to streamline the permitting process.
yeah,
As best as possible for it, respond it for the business.
right.
Yeah, I think that's why you kind of figured that this was our wheelhouse, so we just kind of put it on us
That's what I think.
to discuss it. But okay, cool, so I'll try to connect
I
it with
would,
that.
I would recommend,
Cool.
just because I wouldn't.
Yeah,
know.
they can take the full advantage of it and know what to do. That's why
Yeah.
I kind of figured. For us, it's just kind of, I saw it was related to the BTR list, I
I
was like,
think it will be great.
yeah, like a way to just kind of automate it all.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, but again, I don't really think that would be us, right, to even institute that, right?
Right.
Do
Yeah,
you want, is there like something that I think I can send it.
Yeah, just that's what I mean, I guess.
I'll send it to my director and see how we can, because I see that it does planning and zoning as well a little bit.
Right, that's,
I don't know how it could.
How
Touch
to
us
say-
over here at town hall, so. I'll just send it.
Yeah, just send it to them to maybe check out, they can do the same kind of thing, maybe in their committee meeting and take a look at it and see maybe, you know, with more of their knowledge, if it's something they could use.
To which committee?
It was, or not committee, but department, I guess it would be, like the building department or planning and zoning.
but there's a
Which I don't
bunch
think
of
is a
there.
committee.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of these type of apps out there.
Exactly, so
So,
maybe
you know,
spark the idea to take a
Right.
look at this and automating. But yeah, that's it, I guess maybe if we can do that, if that's, is that something you need me to do, or is it something you do?
I can take care of it. I'll do it right now.
Cool, appreciate you, man. That's awesome. So yeah, so that's it. We'll just put that on the radar just because Manny said wanted to kind of us to take a look at it, but thank you for that. Andrea.
I don't know, I looked and then I came across other ones and it like,
No, yeah.
I never know what I'm looking at. And like some of them are like, oh, this is a much better version of
No,
this.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Again, it's not my
Yeah, it's
language.
not our language. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's why when I was looking at it, I didn't get it. I
Yeah.
figured it was related to the permitting. That's why you're here. I didn't bring it up here because Manny wanted us to and then. But okay, cool. So we know who that's best for now. But that's it. Just wanted to kind of throw that in there. So that's it for the new business. Again, most of this meeting today was just kind of rehashing last Steve's here, I kind of wanted to cover that. And then now we can do the subcommittee meeting. I'll mention it again. John, because I really don't want to fall behind on that, because now Steve has me stressed, you know, I don't want to look like an idiot when it comes to this.
How can a young guy like you get stressed? I mean.
Me, I'm always stressed. Yeah, I'm stressed, man. You know what houses cost? So then, so then now you move on to the announcements. So upcoming town events, June 24th. I only bring this up because I know Tico went last year and it was a nice event and we connected with a lot of people that have backpacks and things like that. So if you guys know anybody, I know it's already happening, but even if it's like a last minute thing, I know Tico, I think, showed up with like a box of like 500 backpackers or some sort of connection. So it's this Saturday, right? Yeah, so if you have sort of any connection with that, I guess reach out to me and I'll connect you with Manny or Tico, because that's kind of Manny that's kind of doing that whole thing. I mean, his people, right? The whole back to school thing. I'm not sure where it is. It's here.
It is here, that's it.
Cool, so it's here, yeah. And I remember last year was a really nice, or town hall, yeah. And it was a really nice event. Where a lot of kids got, you know, free backpacks and things like that, school supplies. So it's a nice little thing. If you guys can make it, feel free. And then 4th of July, of course, is the 4th of July. So we've got all the fun stuff going on. It's the 20th annual.
It's
4th of July. I didn't realize it's the 20th annual one. Is this the one of that park there?
At that
With all the food
Veterans
trucks and all that? That is Veterans Park, right? Nice. Yeah, I've been going there since I was
Huge.
a little kid.
Yeah.
Maybe for the
One
whole
of the
years.
best.
Good display, good fireworks.
It's
well, the
one of
Civic
the best.
Association probably prior to, you know, the grand companies did too. Like,
Oh, yeah, it is back in
Beginning,
the
so
day, is-
more than 20 years, like 20 years.
I guess.
I guess for the town.
But it's one of the best.
It-
Out of all my,
July didn't start.
it's one of the best.
Maybe
Maybe,
it would have gotten worse.
And stuff like that.
maybe the bill,
That late.
maybe the bill more my easier.
Oh, really?
Other than that, maybe the beach, maybe the beach. maybe.
Yeah.
Other than.
Not like
Maybe
that.
it's-
No, 'cause it's over the water.
It's cool.
So that's it for the announcements. I guess I'll leave it up to anyone.
Just a comment for those that,
What's up, Adam? Say that.
for those that tried to see the meeting last Tuesday, and couldn't hear it. According to Don at IT, I called him 2 days later, he said, oh, you and about 5 or 6 others. There was no sound on the videos.
Yeah, for the big committee meeting, right?
Yeah, a big one, yeah. And there were a lot of-
Yeah.
a lot of big things.
Yeah, I saw
So,
French trend
now.
French trend.
Email with very detail.
Huh?
French trend,
The
right?
email, yeah, I saw it, you know, in the transcript.
Yeah.
I saw it in the transcript.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, it was that same? one?
Yes, it was that one.
I thought it wasn't the budget one?
What budget? He says that the last Tuesday one.
No, last
Budget meeting.
They were- they were-
Budget.
Last thing, that
Special call,
was,
special call.
Special
But I
call
was in a
meeting.
council meeting after.
Yeah.
But according to Don, I believe he's IT.
Yeah.
You know that. He said, well, we've had so many complaints. I said, you sure should have. They're gonna try and redub that.
Oh,
And he said how they did it is pretty complicated because Eric isn't here, but they have sound being recorded someplace else, obviously beside the feed into the video. So they're going to redub that whole, was it hour and a half meeting?
so they're getting the council back to like speak over themselves?
Somebody else gonna do it. They're gonna redub it. And,
Gonna match up a separate recording to the.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah, I think they're gonna get somebody to like talk over. It's gonna be Jonathan there with a microphone, it's not recording for an hour. Talking it with
On
it.
Thursday, that was on Thursday, on Friday, I had my day off on Friday and I spent that day. Doing a transcript for the meeting, so if they can't figure out the dubbing, the really unsalvageable parts. There are captions, thanks to.
Yeah.
The big issues in there for the committees,
25 minutes.
so you have a chance to.
No, but I volunteered for that. Because
On the special
it's for the public good.
Oh, the budget, they were going through all the different committees.
No, it was probably the worst meeting.
It's not a way on it, son. The money, where's the money coming from? So that's all, that was all in that discussion.
Thanks for following up on that, Don, that's
Yeah.
awesome, thank you.
Well, I was really, I couldn't hear a thing, you know? I have my ear.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, yeah. That's all in favor?
Sorry to interrupt, but I make a motion